beautiful studio we have here.
Yep.
Awesome, right? This futon is killing it. All right, AWSI. Ew.
What's up?
I don't know what this hand signal was that I just did. I feel like I'm Talladega Nights.
Yeah.
Aren't you the host?
Well, I am the host. Hey, everyone. Welcome to the X-Files podcast. This is Dylan, Walt, and Arland. We're in the Gorge. AWSI is starting today, kind of like starts tomorrow, but everyone's there at the event site setting up. So we left as quickly as we could so we don't have to carry water buckets, boxes, and help set up stages. I did zip tie a couple things for some people, so you're welcome.
And true AWSI fashion, the heat wave is upon us. It will be cranking up to 99 degrees with no wind, but we should talk about yesterday because,
dude, the whole weekend.
Yeah,
out of control. I mean, these guys lucked out, flew in Saturday night, late night, got here at midnight. Saturday outperformed the forecast. Sunday looked decent, outperformed that forecast. Monday, we wake up, it's going to be 10 to 15, nice little chill day, sailing at the hatch, practicing with the parawing. Nope. Nuking 40, 45 probably by end of the day, just absolute hurricane in the
miles
river.
per hour.
Yes, miles per hour, not knots.
Yeah.
We're not crazy. This is America. We do feet and inches, things that make sense.
Okay. Dude, yesterday, nuclear. Like, crazy.
Yeah, so we get to the hatch. We're sending a bunch of downwind runs. Arland's getting his first taste of Hood River greatness and trying out a bunch of gear. And then Dylan, as always, decides just as it starts to really crank up, this is a great time for me to go work on some big air kite foiling.
Insane.
So
we were talking about it because last year, carbon copy to this year. Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Monday was Big Monday. It was like blowing its tits off. This year, exactly the same. Like no wind today on a Tuesday. The event starts. We might get some wind, might not. But we were sessioning and doing runs all day, and it starts to get really windy. And I get like when it gets really, really windy, I get a little bit nervous, and I want to go kiting because I want to go send some airs.
You sent it.
And so last year I did it, and I hurt my neck and got flung like a rag doll and got a concussion and drove these guys around. This time I didn't, but I could have.
Yeah.
So kite foil sent it big air and
Blew your wetsuit.
Blew my wetsuit open on a couple crashes. Didn't break Matt's board.
Caught up with us on a downwinder. We were doing a downwinder from T4 to the event site, and Dylan's throwing 60 footers over our heads as we're bombing overhead rollers. Probably some of the best conditions on that section to white salmon that I've seen this season. I mean, just full on overhead, perfect. 300, 400 foot long rollers that were just beautiful.
When I was out there, I was like, damn, I did it again. But man, we've been surfing the whole weekend, and I was just surfed out, and I do not get a chance to ride in these kind of, I haven't flown a 7-meter kite in Spain, but man, years, and I was just lit up at the hatch. What
was your first impressions of the Gorge, Arland?
Well, I mean, before that, the moment I launched that 7-meter, it was like, wow, that's really lit, just trying to coordinate putting the board and just heading out in the right direction. I was like, wow. But yeah, it was a amazing experience.
It was or is?
Well, but the wind
the wind's gone. The wind is a was at this point.
Amazing. Popped my tunnel 4 cherry and then made it down. Last run was to the event site, so
sent it all the way.
Almost dry, huh?
Almost dry. So
I would have loved it. I was riding past him, he's like, bro, dry run, and I was just hoping, please God,
fall now.
Totally. It was great. Lots of new gear on in the hatch too. So we've been hopping on all kinds of stuff. Got our first taste of the Flight Lab foils, the Flux. Rode the 707 and the 808. We can go into more detail, but pretty impressive stuff. And then obviously the new Code Surf X has been floating around. Haven't gotten our hands on one of those to try yet, but
come on, guys.
Come on.
Give me a mast.
We ride Code over here. I'm let's go.
Been trying to ride that foil for a couple days.
Josh who?
Yeah, Joshua, give me your mask.
Exciting time of year though, for sure. Seeing everybody
Dude,
bringing all the new stuff.
Yeah, testing foils in the river is
Yeah.
different, very different scenario to what we get in the ocean. But yeah, those surfy flight lab foils felt good. You got to push them through some holes here and there. Super stiff.
Super stiff.
Oh my god.
Really stable. Rolled really aggressively whenever you needed to turn them. I mean, they're definitely, the whole time we were riding them in the river, we're like, you could see moments where they would really shine, and you go like, oh, there's something so special here.
Yeah.
I don't think it's the right foil for the river just because of the speed, but when you get some juice behind it, like I was saying to him, I can't wait to get hucked into like a 6-footer.
Well,
on
also,
one of those foils
I'm just
this
used
winter.
to
It's
riding
gonna be
such
awesome.
small foils.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm like on the 707, and
Yeah.
it worked. I could dry run it, but
It was work.
And
in some sections you work a little bit too hard. I wish I tried a bigger foil.
well,
I
some
guess
of
see
these
what that would
guys were on
feel.
those 1010s.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, I think we're seeing the same thing with the Flux and the new Code X's, this new surf foil with a flatter profile. I think what it's allowing it to do is like you're not going to get lifted out of the water. You've got a lot of stability and a huge speed range, and it still has the ability to turn and roll. But that means they're going to like more square centimeters, I guess.
Yeah.
And it's kind of hard to wrap our heads around because we've been moving to like, I mean, we've all been surfing these high aspect foils, right?
Yeah.
That are
and we're
that
going
are really built.
smaller.
Yeah, we're going
We're going
smaller and
smaller.
smaller because the high aspect foils have just such an insane amount of lift, right?
Yeah.
I mean, there's no doubt, like the 685 I was surfing on F4 compared to the 707 was like night and day on the low end, right? And glide and all those things. So I think it's just the numbers just don't matter. You were talking about it before. The numbers don't matter anymore. And I think these new surf foils, we got to get used to what those numbers look like and what you need for the conditions. Because I think we were all, undersizing and thinking we needed to be on the 700 when probably we did need to be on the 808.
Well, when you get to the Swell City, then I'm like, feel like I'm
glad,
maxed out, right? On the 707. And then you're like, we're all like turning, carving and section to section. Then it makes sense. Then I'm like, great.
Yeah, I was thinking about that with Hood River. It's like a place where it's funny because you think you're like, oh, it's so surfy. I definitely need a surf foil.
Gorge, Walt.
The Gorge. Yeah. It's so surfy. I need a surf foil, right? And because it's like, you just feel like you're on a prone wave and it's super high performance. But the reality is, I think you need the speed range that a high aspect gives you because you've got to be able to get through and have fun in the small sections and still have enough top end speed to ride the big sections.
It's so weird here because the ocean, you get like different sections and conditions, but it's kind of all within this energy range, right? Here it's like all of a sudden it's glass and it's flat, and then you look across and you're like, oh my god, it's like nuking. 40 miles an hour right there.
Yeah.
And you watch it come, and then like I don't know, it builds and falls. It's just
it's like that run
it's
we
very
did.
interesting. It's like
so it's not. I always said that downwinding here is like cheating because when the bumps do line up, like yesterday, oh my god, dude, all the way down to the event site, it lines up and it's so nice and clean. But there are like some flattier sections that are kind of hard to navigate.
Yeah.
If you're not on the right kit. So, if you downwind in the gorge, you are a real downwinder. It's not. It's not cheating.
Everybody likes to hate on it, but I think this is the best training route on the planet.
Because you think it's easy, but no. There's some sections that are like flatter, and you got to work your way through, and then you get to these bumpy sections, and then there's like these cross sections that are like kind of going like this, and then it lines up again. There's a lot of it's dynamic. It is a lot of fun. Yeah, like what was your take on it coming from the ocean?
Well, it's very spot oriented. So, some sections you want to be a little bit farther away from like the edges, where land meets the water. And then some places you want to be closer,
Yeah.
Starting that run right after Tunnel 4, you want to stay close and then eventually kind of reach out. And then back down at White Salmon, kind of get back close in.
Yeah, you're chasing where the rollers line up in the river for sure.
I mean, it's not often you send all the way down to White Salmon, that's very rare.
Yeah, for it to line up. I mean, it just has to be blasting. And I think one of the interesting things about being in the gorge is, on a Tunnel 4 run like that, whatever fourth run we did, where we're at the top, I mean, nobody can get on foil. It's like drop down to probably in the teens. We're all out there on small parawings trying to get up. Finally get a gust, right? We all get up. By the time you make it to Swell City, it's blowing like 30, right? And the swell's like
super
overhead.
overpowered on the Parawing too, on the 3.6.
Totally. It's just a wild place because of how the gust ranges are and everything. But I mean,
very fun, fun to be overpowered, to have swell right there all the time consistently.
Yeah.
Very interesting spot.
My arms hurt.
Yeah, everything kind of hurts today.
Yeah.
Well, and that's a good thing. Everybody's gassed, right? Everybody
Yeah.
went super hard the 3 days leading up to.
Dude, everybody's here.
Yeah.
It's so
Yeah.
cool.
Lot of fun.
All the Flight Lab guys jetting
Yeah.
into the swell. I brought my amp board,
Oh,
but
we didn't use it, man. We got to do
Well,
that soon.
so I brought it. I've been using it as a blank pairwing board the whole time. I put the foamy in the back,
Yeah.
40 liters. It's been no issue.
Other-
Luckily.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
if I was stuck,
It doubles as a PFD. You can slide it out and use it
Yeah.
as a flotation device. A few times you ejected it while riding.
yeah, no, that it fits tight now. No, but that was cool. And I was thinking about it like, okay, yeah, I can go jet into the surf, but man, I was having so much fun
On the
pairwinging.
pairwing,
There's,
yeah.
like, so I've got no feedback for river jetting because
Well, not
I
yet.
didn't need it, and I could pair wing, so I was pair winging it, and I found that to be the vessel of choice for those couple of days.
As soon as
So
it turns on,
I
we'll
wish
get
I
it.
tried it, but just for the being able to give you guys some context,
Yeah, a few
or feedback. But I mean, those guys they're so tuned into it. I mean, Bennett's is on a
27. Yeah, 27 liters.
liter.
That's wow.
Yeah, cool seeing those guys ripping around the hatch, right?
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
shredding. So many great athletes out there. I mean, huge big airs on the wings.
My
Yeah.
God, dude.
Insane.
Some girls I saw, I don't know who they were. At
Boosting.
least 30,
Yeah.
It is-
40 feet. I don't know, dude. Like, scary.
It's kind of like end of days kind of vibe when you come through the hatch, right? You've got the windsurfers with their big rigs, just especially when it's blasting, they're just
speeding.
gassing across
Yeah.
at like 25 miles an hour. And then you got the wingers cruise around, and then these kids just hucking 40 footers, right? You're coming through trying to like shred on a downwind, right?
And then you've got foil drivers going upwind.
Yeah.
and then a bunch of people
Yeah, there
learning
was
to
a lot of
downwind who are
traffic.
just sitting like buoys, just
Oh,
floating
God.
around, like trying to get up and paddle and then falling, especially when it's like blasting like that. It's so hard to get on your
Yeah.
board because the rollers, there's a difference where the hatch is. I don't know if it's just like the way it compresses and stacks up there, but there's a steepness. You know, everybody kind of talks about Rufus and the hatch and whatever,
Yeah.
but there's a steepness to those bumps, which I think makes it even more difficult than being out at Rufus on a blasting day to paddle up, because like it's just, there's so much energy and you're just
Yeah.
up and down and up and down. Even with the pairwing, sometimes you're sitting in it and you like be dropping into holes trying to like find some power to get back up, you know?
Hopefully we can get a Rufus day
Oh yeah.
before we leave.
Well, when there's a heat wave, typically it breaks. And when it breaks, the desert still heats up and we get a smoking day afterwards. So that's, you know, that's the blessing of being in the gorge, is that like when these heat waves come, you kind of, as a wind sport athlete, you're like, okay, I know on the backside of this, I might be
Yeah.
suffering and it's flat for a few days, but rest up because
It might be
it's going to
coming.
fire. Yeah.
Any other big takeaways? I guess we tried like a couple. Oh, I tried the F4.
Oh yeah. You had a good time. I was ready for Dylan to do his classic thing where like I'm all excited about a piece of gear and then he gets on it and he gets to the bottom. He's like, sucked. I don't know. It was okay. I like my Go Foil Kai better.
Yeah.
From, like, he'll just name some random foil that he rode 3 years ago and be like, yeah, I think that was better.
Yeah.
But
No, it's good. I want to try a mast on a different foil that's 11 mils like that, because I
See
wonder
the
if
stiffness.
it's slippery like that because of how thin the mast is. I'm sure the foil's got some magic. I felt right in tune with it coming from the 770,
mhm.
you know, but it's just so slippery.
Yeah, I just think that's a new shape we're going to see more of. I mean, we see it in the momentum. We see it here with the F4, and then Hydrocraft, right? Matt's brand that he's working on. He just posted about it yesterday. We've been seeing it here in the gorge. It follows that similar shape where you're getting more cord in the center near the fuselage, and then we're getting some swept out tips, which is kind of giving you this best of both worlds. Like Ben Todrew from Code looked at it yesterday and he was like, oh man, it looks like if somewhere between my R and my S series. And it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, dude, that's exactly what it feels like. Like it's
Yeah.
got the push and glide, but it still has some really great roll, and you're sacrificing somewhere. But I think for this kind of stuff in the river, I understand why, Matt was trying to develop a specific 2-hood river foil from what I
Is that what
understood.
they're doing?
Yeah, that's that Hydrocraft brand. Like I think they're trying to build something that's really, a great foil, but kind of river specific. And
That's
now it
interesting.
makes sense that that's the profile he came up with, because I feel the same thing when I put that F4 and it just, like we were talking about, the variation in energy you have from
Yeah.
the top of the run to the bottom and whatever, it allows you to perform equally in all those
Yeah.
spaces without sacrificing a lot of performance. Whereas like, some of the other foils, like, yeah, the 707 was insane when I got to the hatch when I was bombing, but man, my legs were juiced from trying
Yeah,
to keep it off
exactly.
foil through
Yeah.
that little stuff. I get why Bennett's was riding like a 1010 or a 909 or
Yeah.
whatever, right?
Well,
Because it
he's
just
also
needs
trying to jet himself in on a 27-liter board.
Yeah,
but
there's
I
Eric
think you need
Eric
that
was
extra
downwinding
way.
on a paddle. He was using a 1010 as well.
Also,
yeah, right.
Yeah.
So,
So
I mean, I guess they held.
Yeah.
Those swells were pretty balmy.
Yeah, I think that those things have incredible top end. I never felt any pitchy moments where it was like pushing against me, no
super
matter how fast.
stable.
Like, I think
Yeah.
that's the magic of whatever they did with that foil. The reason Bennett's looks the way he does is because, man, I mean, they built it for the way he moves. He moves so fast on
Yeah,
those swells,
very
and he hits them
flowy.
with so many Gs. Like, you need a foil that can like take that and not buck
Yeah,
you, so you're focused on just
I was
nailing
having
that
to
rail.
push a lot more. Like by my third run, I was like, oh, okay, this thing likes to be pushed hard.
Kind of like back footing.
Like I was like,
that's what I was gonna
kinda
ask
like,
now. Front
I was
foot
kinda like
pressure,
flat.
back foot.
I was kind of flat turning it, and it just like I didn't feel the magic, and then I'm like, okay, and I started like back foot
Yeah.
kicking into that turn, and like it just carries so much speed through the turn.
Yeah.
it has way more of like a surfboardy feel.
Yeah,
Like it's stiffer in the turns, but not in a way that's like limiting performance. Like you can still make the sharp turn and roll it. It just has like, it doesn't feel, sometimes when like the KTs and whatever, when you go to make that turn, it just moves so fast. You feel like you're restabilizing in the turn.
Exactly.
Whereas this, when you push it in the turn, it's like, it just knows. It's like, okay, it's time to turn. And it wants to like track through the turn. If that makes sense.
time to turn now.
Yeah.
Ah,
It was
hold on.
it was a really cool feeling. I think there's something really magic there that I'm excited to ride more when we get back in some waves.
yeah, for the waves, I think
Mhm.
toning, proning.
606.
Yeah, well, gotta try.
We'll see.
it out every day.
Gotta see. Yeah. Totally.
Nice.
I was trying to think if there's anything else mind blowing. We only had a couple days to charge. We'll dig in on more gear once we get out of the backside of the
Yeah.
WSI.
Yeah, there's a lot of integrated masts, like a lot.
Yeah.
Every brand's got them.
Mm-hmm.
Not every brand, but some substantial brands with the carbon fitting to the back, like no pod. I never understood the integrated mast with a pod. Like what's the difference?
Yeah.
You're gonna,
I saw a very weird one yesterday. I don't even want to mention it, but it was very weird looking. They had like the battery in front of the actual pod motor.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
oh,
it
that's
was like
stoke. That's stoke
stoke one?
foiling or
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah.
looks like
Dang.
one of those
like a
walruses with
torpedo.
yeah.
Yeah, I've never tried it. I'd be curious to see what that feels like. It's that like the balance of the board, but the weight on the mast. Now that I'm amping, you don't realize how much that pod.
Yeah.
That pod
Oh.
adds. It's
Yeah.
not only the drag when you dip it, but it's the
The top
it's
heavy.
it's the heaviness up
Yeah.
on the mast as well. Like it. I mean, why wouldn't you think of that? Everything makes it different.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm excited to try that thing. I wish we had, I was hoping for like a nice, chill 15, 20 mile an hour day or something tonight where we could go play, or today, so we could play around with the amp board, but we'll just have to wait till
well, you can
Thursday or Friday.
jet around on the flats.
Yeah. I hear the
No.
flat waters are tough with it though. So I
No,
don't know.
for sure.
100%.
Also, I can't feel my body right now. I'm so dead.
What you can do is you feel your body.
Did you just touch me?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, what about AWSI? Excited to see anything?
Yeah.
Are you gonna be there? Or are you gonna come?
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, you
Oh,
guys are all
perfect.
staying at my house. As long as you get me in, I'm
Oh, yeah.
there. Hey, I like to buy gear. Let's be real.
And sometimes you never know. And this one surprised me. Good job on the F4.
Right?
Yeah.
You're right.
Found a good one.
Yeah.
Found a good one. But,
You never know if he's just like frothy or not, and you're like, oh, next foil, oh, look at this thing, it can't be doing this.
It's hard to test gear in
I'm
like
trying to tap
awesome
into my
conditions, too.
inner Mickey, like I
Yeah.
think he's become a little bit of a mentor. I'm just like, he's right. You should just jump on stuff and try it.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to be a little more like Mickey. We all have to have people we look up to.
That's you.
That's
All right. Well, we'll see you guys at AWSI. We'll see if we can get some interviews with some interesting people.
I've heard promises
Maybe not
of smash
oh,
burgers.
shit. Yeah.
I think we let people down, but everybody understood when we said we were going to do smash burgers. We thought the wind was dying at 2:00
Exactly.
yesterday.
We were going to go shopping. We were going to get
Yeah.
some burgers.
And then
we were gonna
That's
what
do
we're
a
gonna do
camp
now.
out.
Mhm.
And then it started blasting. No one wants a hamburger when it's
Yeah.
45.
Well, you wouldn't keep the bun. There'd just
Yeah.
be in your It was just
So-
too good. It was too good.
So we're gonna. Are we gonna?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah,
Okay,
are we gonna?
we're gonna go shopping and we're gonna go get some smash burgers and go to the event site. And all you hardworking people out there that are setting up and displaying, nobody listens to this.
We'll have.
Don't
We'll
know what the
have.
fuck I'm
Yeah.
talking about.
Yeah, but they might. But they might. It's cool that we're doing it.
By the time you see this, we have
By time you see this next week or in 4 years, when
Burgers
we
will-
finally become popular,
burgers will be gone.
remember we were at the event site
We
making
did something
burgers.
for the community, you know. We brought some beers, some soda pops, got some smash burgers, a little b-ball.
Look
Shooting
forward to
some
seeing
hoops.
everybody. It's been super cool. The foil community is next level fun, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah,
All those people are just so
the
everyone's so
froth
cool.
is real.
humble.
All brands together. It's
Yeah.
it's super sick. You. Thanks to us. See you guys later.